Welcome back, hunters. I'm the SurvivalVis, and we returned Way of the Hunter, where I've got a little bit of a mess to clean up from the end of last episode. I tried going after a red deer using the new crossbow, and I didn't quite put the shot in, or didn't place the shot very well. Like, I'm kind of surprised for how skittish the animals can be from, like, you just walking around roaming. You can call them in super close, and they can be, like, pretty oblivious to you. I mean, I was almost up to, like, standing by mistake because I kept pressing the wrong button to steady the breath, and it still didn't run off on me. So, yeah, it's a little bit interesting that the animals can kind of be that unaware of you at times, but then so aware others. But right now, I'm trying to just think of how I can deal with this red deer that's, like, out here wounded. Like, I know I saw a lot of, like, the sound for him running go up that way. But I don't know if he'd be back around this way or not. I prefer to clean up this mess than let it, like, go roaming around. I already have enough things to clean up back on Nez Perce. Aside from this, I don't think I actually have anything to, like, clean up on Transylvania, which is a little surprising. I guess I did improve a little bit, but I didn't quite make the same mistakes here. Although, granted, I still have made mistakes. I'm just going to go along and see if maybe he'll be calmed down enough I can try bringing him in. Like, I highly doubt he's still in the area. But this is probably going to be the best opportunity I've got for fixing this. Yeah, I got no replies. I don't know how far off he might have ran. I really would like to know how that crossbow bolt kind of went into him if we can get him down. Because from the looks of it, I wonder if I might have, like, missed both lungs again. Somehow I have the unique skill. When I'm shooting, like, front on for animals, I don't get the lungs or the heart. I somehow manage to weave it down the middle, but miss everything important I'm trying to hit. It's a little frustrating, and it's like, I guess I just gotta really change my habit or thinking or whatever when it comes to that. But because the tracking skill, or the way tracking works for Way of the Hunter, I'm not really going to be able to... Well, there are tracks from him, but I think that was his way down towards me. I don't know if I'll be able to, like, come up... Oh. Wild boar. I don't know if I can really, like, find a trail from this specific animal. It'd be kind of interesting if there was a way where, after you had found the blood... Oh. That was a bit odd for the freeze there. I was going to say, if you have, like, you find the bloodshot, or the blood spatter of, like, the animal you've taken a shot at, you can almost change the hunt, or the tracking technique to go from, like, any animal in the area passively to only the tracks of that one animal, so you could, like, follow up along and clear up your mistake. That way, it doesn't, like, overload the game of it trying to render or figure out all the tracks for all animals on the reserve actively, but only that specific one. Kind of let you toggle passive tracking and focus tracking. I don't know if that'd be something that could be done or not, but Just with all the screw-ups I keep making, I kind of wonder if there'd be a way to help figure that out a little bit better. Or have a way you can shift your priority like that. I'm just going to try to be up here and keep doing some calls. He was pretty vocal when we were bringing him into where we were, so maybe I can get him to be loud again for us. And this time we'll just use the rifle properly, like I should have. Well, if we do get a chance. Well, there is a game trail kind of here. Well, I don't know what's been using it. These tracks here might let us know. Wild boar. I'm not going to move. I'm just going to keep trying and see if anything happens. Because, again, there's some strange sounds that happen when Hunter Sense is active that they don't feel just like random intervals in a way. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not getting anything to be able to work off of here. I was really hoping he might not have gone off too far, and I could have gotten even just a reply to no direction to be watching for him. Well, we got some tracks here. Just more wild boar, though. Yeah, it basically seems like after you've wounded the animal, and if it survived, you might as well just, like, pack up and move on. Maybe if you can time it right, you can come back to the need zone you saw it at. Or you can wait around the need zone, but considering the, like, situation where he's... Oh, well, he's a... Oh, what do we got here? Red deer. Here's another feed zone that they could use. Okay, let's see. Oh. Well, they often rest here, so at least that's a little spot on the map revealed. I don't know if, like, he was kind of tied to coming to one of these spots and we found him on his way or what, but... Yeah, I'm going to kind of do a loop back to where we were and keep going along. Wherever he's off to. I don't think he's in range of the caller bringing him in. I gotta get better at this. It really just comes down a lot to the shot placement for me, I think. Anytime I've tried front on, I've had not a lot of success with it. I'll just try a few more calls in this area. You never know, maybe he has circled in some way and we'll get dumb lucky. That seems to be the only skill I'm really good at, is being dumb lucky. I have no idea where he's gone off to. I thought he went running up the hill. But he could have easily ran back that way, ran up that way more. I kind of feel like I'm in a little bit of a semi-jog, more so than just like a walk. I think that's probably the end of the caller for now. I might just try one or two as we're going up this way. Because if there's anything in the area, it's probably him. Or it might just be another herd that I could use the rifle on, a proper one. Actually, looking around here... Okay, so this is where I... Yeah, survived, did a run. So where does it kind of like taper off for how far I can track him? See, I came down, looped around. I think it stops right here, to be honest. Yeah, that is the last spot where, like, anything shows up from him. That feels like such a small amount to, like, just have had. We'll keep going along and see if we can hear anything else or spot anything else. Well, at least I know I can get animals pretty close if I do use the callers. I've just got to get much better when it comes to shot placement, and also remembering the keybinds. Like, I gotta remember, control is both to crouch and stand up, not, like, shift being to stand up. I think I've gotten that a little bit backwards. Is it the Hunter Classic, or... I'm trying to think of what hunting game it is. I know there's one where, like, it's control to crouch and go lower, but then it's shift to raise yourself up, too. What do we got here? Red deer? Yeah, dried out, so they're long gone. Let's just keep walking and see. Is there anywhere we can... I guess if we just keep going up along here, maybe we'll find some other need zones or something. I do kind of wonder if he was like another one of those almost like glitched animals. Like maybe he was supposed to be with a herd, but he sort of got separated and stuck. Because it just seems weird to have like, these random animals that are usually in herds or packs. Just, like, off on their own. I didn't think Way of the Hunter really had, like, that much of, like, a wandering system for its game. Although, if we are by the water... Let me come down here and take a little look. Maybe there's actually a need zone for the red deer. Yeah, I thought I saw a little shimmer. Oh, this is actually for fallow deer. You know, truth be told, for as much as I've played Way of the Hunter, I don't think I found, like, all of the need zones for single species kind of, like, marked on the map. How I think I was told is, like, as you find these little markers, there's supposed to be 6 need zones in total they might use. So I don't think I found all 6 for, like, a single little dot, or, like, a range for them on the map yet. Or any animal on any of the maps. Yeah, the more I play, the more I am... Oh. Okay, that's interesting. Now, it is a ways off, but... there's always possibility that is our guy. I just don't know if the collar will be strong enough to, like, pull him in from there. We can try and see. I do want to stay a bit low. See, I think they're pretty far up the hill. And there's that weird little, like, echo thing. Now, I think it said like 200 meters. Yeah, see, that's... even the top of that hill is only like 100, so... I gotta try to figure out the best way to approach this. I think actually going from the lowest point of the hill upwards might be my better approach, because a lot of the times when I've tried to use the hills, it's never worked well for me. So if I do the opposite of what's not been working well, maybe there's a chance that I can stumble upon the best approach. Let me just... oh, that's a lot closer now. That's 140 to 160, so the gap is narrowing a bit. Just going to try to inch my way a bit more. Okay, let me slow down here. It is only one making noise, and again, the previous one that we spotted and I screwed up with was pretty vocal for the approach. There's not to say that that is ours, but if he is, at least I can fix my mistake. Yeah, he's somewhere just right in there. A little bit of time. Oh, yeah, there he is. We'll take a look and see if he is a young male or not. He looks a bit more orange. He might be an adult male. Oh, maybe not. Oh, the info was just there for a moment. He is a young one. I don't know if he is the one that we got the bolt in or not, but... Okay, I think... Yeah, that should put him down. I don't know if our first one actually hit him. I might have had the 0 way too high. But with the amount of blood that looks like from that shot... Yes, God, there's a lot of stuff you gotta remember to prep before you do decide to. There we go. Take your shots. I know he's not going to have, like, anything left for sell price or whatever, but with how he was still going, I feel... How was this? Expires slower. Yeah, you really gotta have the right rhythm for, like, trying to approach and knowing your steps for setup. That's the thing. It's not like the Hunter Classic where you could almost... like, see the animal, take your shot around the placement right. You've got to have a really focused and dedicated setup and prepared for the animal. Make sure your zero's right, get the distancing. Quite a few steps that, for the best results, got to be all combined together. Oh, actually, he was at a need zone up here. Yeah, eating here often. Okay, let's see. This guy should have... If he is the one I messed up on, it'll be 3 shots. If he is a completely fresh one, it'll only be 2. Was up? Yeah, there he is. Let's take a look at how many are in him. This... Oh, I didn't realize I was this high on him. So this is the one that I messed up with. But it's interesting how they have the arrow, like... And once again, I seem to manage to thread through the lungs, but I do not hit what I need to. But at least this is the one I messed up with. And yeah, this shot wasn't too bad, but still back more than it should have been. And then, yeah, that one... Oh, really? I thought this one put him right down. Well, but it does go to show that, yeah, the first shot on him, I think, completely missed. It went right over him. Still got a 2-star hunt rating, and he was only 43. Okay. Might not have been a very good scoring one, but at least it was the one I made the mistake with. So that's been corrected. We don't have any other animals yet on this map. I'm just wounded with something stuck in them. So does it kind of held true to stick around and be slow after an incident like that. Don't really pursue the animals that much. Let them kind of calm down of their own accord. And then see how you can kind of work around that. But I'm really surprised how high the crossbow bolt hit. Because I thought from the looks of it, it was a lot lower last episode, like almost on his underside. I will see if I can try using it again on a more appropriate animal. Although, truth be told, I wonder what would have happened if I actually, like, instead of threading the lung, and that's something I probably should remember is... When I am trying to take animals down front on, don't aim for the heart. Aim either to the right or left side to go for a lung more so. Gotta remember my Hunter Classic training, which is just go for the lungs. They're so much easier to hit. As nice as the heart shot is to put the animal down sooner, I think it's better to have the steady consistency of a lung down than trying for the heart. We'll just do for auto walk for a little while. And see if we can hear or see anything else. But at least I don't have another poor animal out there like on Nez Perce. I might even go back to Nez Perce on my own time just to try to take those two. The white-tailed buck and I think the Roosevelt elk. Is it Roosevelt elk or just elk? I think it's just an elk, but either way, it's an elk and the buck whitetail that I gotta put down. I know the whitetail buck might be a hard one to find just because of the situation or circumstances of how I found it the first time. Yeah, let's keep walking. Just hopefully maybe we can hear something. Although, that is one thing I'm starting to notice now too, is there's not really calls you hear in the distance as much from animals. Like, I know the Hunter Classic, you would sometimes have their mating calls go out or that, or Call of the Wild the Hunter, you would have just some calls as they're traveling. It only seems like once the animals are at a need zone, you might hear some calls from them. Again, it might be more so to think about trying to do a little bit more with the audio. Or, I wonder if that'd even be something you could tie to the difficulty of the game. The harder the difficulty, the more quiet the animals are for making noises and that. So if you do want a harder challenge, the animals are a lot quieter and they don't really call out. I don't know, I know I'm bad, but I'm still just trying to think of like ways of what I should be doing to improve and get better. I think it mostly is just going to be a lot of practice and consistent experience. Oh, we got some tracks here. Fallow deer. Interesting. I don't really see any game trails. No, actually, that's a lot of tracks from them. Well, there is a game trail here. Now, I'm just going to crouch down and follow this and see. Again, maybe instead of worrying too much about getting a lot of hunting done, I could try focusing on scouting and getting need zones figured out. Okay, this is the path for the game trail. At least I thought it was. Or did it? Yeah, sometimes the game trails are really nice and worn down. Other times, they don't really seem like they're that well to follow. It goes up to this spot. And... oh, over here, I guess. Maybe? Now, of course, I don't have... yeah, they know I'm here because of the scent. Although, what? They're not that far out, but I wonder what happens if I do just, like, stay here. I know they're all alert, and they're making a lot of... oh, you are a nice one. 4-star rating on him. Oh, actually... I might be able to pull something stupid off. Like, it's going to be slow. Now, I hate how the camera does the as you're crawling. But yeah, these guys calmed right down. So if they are going for like a drink... oh, camera, please. Stop freaking out. God, it's... I think it's something to do with like the terrain geometry. As your character model's moving along, it almost is like trying to go with the terrain, but then keeping your path of travel in mind, too, so it's like this jerk, 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 jerk. But yeah, these guys don't super care. I'm sorry, some of the calls sound more like a guy yelling than an animal call. But yeah, they don't mind that much. And the wind's not really giving us away either, because they're going to the left, whereas the wind is more like blowing off to my right. I don't know how close of a distance I can close on them. And I can at least work again a bit closer. Oh, again, it's just so jerky of a camera. And there's nothing really I could do to fix it, because I think it will happen any, like, steep enough angle you try crawling along. Okay, he's the one we're after, so he's at about... I might be able to try for him at 60, though. The wind is a big factor, I guess. I'm just going to try to stay a bit steady. Oh god, the camera's even jerking. Like, as I'm trying to stay still and just view. You know what, if I can get to 50 meters, I might try a shot with the crossbow on him. Just... oh, crap, he's going in with the others. That's not good for me. Oh, wow. I think that was him. So I want to see where that, like, landed and hit him. And you know what? I know I said I hate the jerkiness of the camera, but this is probably the only time I've actually been working at the, God, 3 kilometers in prone stance. Yeah, no, I'm just going to... get up. Alright, it's control. My bad. Again, I keep thinking... I must be thinking back to, like, either the Hunter Classic or Call of the Wild Hunter, where they, like, were specific to going down or going up. But yeah, I was talking about, like, getting dumb lucky. This might be dumb lucky right here. I kind of centered the reticle on it. Maybe that's my problem, is I've been aiming high a bit, where I really shouldn't have been. Let's take a look at you. Oh. Well, that did not hit where I wanted it to on him. I mean, it did take him down, sure, but... that was not a great hit. Although he was the 4-star. Now, one nice thing about this is I can save him for taxidermy. And I don't have to, like, spend the money right now putting him as a trophy. That just gets saved into a collection I could pull from. But yeah, that was... I think the wind had... well, yeah, the wind is going at 10 meters per second, so I could see that having a big impact on that shot, but that's quite a way to make up for, like, screwing up with the red deer last episode. I do... oh, these guys are still in the area. Again, I'd have to get in pretty close to... really be able to get a shot, but I'll just stay low and see if I can maybe get lucky here. I'm actually not sure what range I should be thinking of the crossbow for. I'm thinking 40 meters or less. That kind of feels like a for it. I don't know how true that really holds or not, but I do know you do have to mind the ranging a fair bit with any archery equipment, really. Oh god, yeah, one thing I hope they can kind of look into is, as you're going to crawl along, the camera is just so jittery. But they're trying to come back here, so there must be a need zone for them. It's gotta be the water. That stream that runs by here, I think, is like their drink zone. Okay, that's an adult male. Actually, I wonder, how high can I go for, like, zeroing with the crossbow? Okay, 50 is the highest you can go, 20 is the lowest, so yeah. I think 40 is more your max and you'll want to be operating it along. And they're all trying to come back in. So we'll see if maybe I can get one more of them and bring this episode to a close. But I think the reason why that jackal went down from, like, the one shot with the crossbow is because it is supposedly a pretty powerful weapon up close. So they kind of made it so that way, if you are going to use it and it is difficult to get in range and close to the animals you're after, you want to have a payoff with it. See, they're just circling this area quite a bit. Yeah, see, they're pretty far out for trying to use the crossbow at. It's just, I hate how jittery the camera is, and admittedly, how slow it can be to try getting in range of them. Well, this is where I really wish I didn't toss away the predator collar into our storage. It's like, look at this group here. Again, take away the 2 extra binocular slots and put in a couple more collar slots. That just kind of, I feel, would make it a lot more approachable to just trying to go after any of the animals. But let's try and see. Okay, this isn't too bad of a spot to be looking out from. Yes, they're about 50, so which one? That's an adult male. That might be our best bet. Yes, I think it's him right there would be the one we want to try for. Although, these guys are really into a weird behavior here. I feel like they are a bit bugged out. It's not like they're at a spot they're eating or a spot they're drinking. It's like they want to go to a spot, but they can't, so they just circle around until a path is, like, available. Do you... Okay, you picked me up. Okay, everybody's picked me... Oh, I can't even lift the binoculars up more. Let me just see what happens for a moment here. I know this is another long-going episode, but this is a little bit intriguing, because we haven't, I think, had something like this in the series yet. Yeah, they'll watch me for a bit and then they like calm down. And alerted again. Yeah, trying to sneak in close instead of bringing the animals to me is definitely proven to be a challenge. But if I don't move... Okay, yeah, they are all looking my way. Oh, and then... some are still looking at me, but they are more on the move. That is one behavior I really do like, because I don't think there's a lot... I don't think the Hunter games kind of have this behavior, where the animals are alerted and they know you're there. But they just kind of keep an eye on you as you're doing your own thing. And I don't think they've gone... I can't see any of them, so I'm going to have to... I feel like they might have moved on now. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't hear them run off, but I think they did. Okay, that was interesting to see. Like, sure, I wasn't able to get close enough to be able to take another one down, but we did get the prized one out of that group. I just want to try and see if there is something like a drinking zone along here before we end the episode. And then, yeah, I'll see what you guys have feedback-wise for, like, what you'd like to see more of for the weekends. I might do a little bit of the Hunter Classic, just give us a break because we have been at Way of the Hunter for so long. But I could also keep doing a few more hunts on Transylvania. I'll really just see what your comments and your thoughts are. Oh, actually, it doesn't look like there's... Yeah, sure, now you're making noise over there. Okay, I don't see any need zones like I thought I would around here. It is weird how they kept circling, though. Well, I'll just bring us back to the main cabin here, and we'll bring this episode to a close. In 1859, Thomas Austin released 24 rabbits onto his property in Australia, stating the introduction of few rabbits could do little harm and might provide spot of hunting. By the 1920s, population claimed to reach 10 billion. That's why you do not try to bring animals to other areas. It never goes well. Well, mostly never well, like 90% bad. But yeah, we're going to end this episode of Way of the Hunter right here. Thank you guys for joining me on this episode of the series. If you did like the video, be sure to give it a like. And if you have any comments, tips, or tricks, be sure in the comments right down below. Until I do see you in the next video, Hunters and Survivors, please remember, as always, to take care, stay alive, and happy hunting.